guys, this is just a raw video. Really, it's a sound over, but with a picture. So I'm going to talk about my experience with a covert narcissist roommate I'm currently living with, guys. I want to tell you what I experienced this past 2 months of living with this person. How did they appear first to me and my partner who moved into this shared apartment space? How did they first appear to us? How did they act? What did they say? And then what manipulation tactic did they use on me? Guys, I know that I've talked a lot already about my past. You guys know that I've come from a very, very toxic family. Just to touch on it quickly, my mother, covert narcissist; sister, grandiose narcissist; brother, enabler; father, vulnerable narcissist; aunties and uncles, flying monkeys, enablers, covert narcissists. I find it funny that I moved away from everyone in pursuit of a bigger goal for myself, and that was to really project myself forward into my career path by getting a mentor in a different city. And so we moved into this new apartment, and there was already someone living there. So we actually messaged, or my partner messaged this person. He's actually a guy, saying, we're a couple, we're also looking to share this space. Okay, so this is the bond payment. Okay, this is the weekly rate as well. How much, we figured it out. Okay, the prices and everything. So initially, guys, the first few weeks, this individual, it was a he, alright? He seemed very, very humble. This covert narcissist, very, very, very humble. He would give us certain free things, like things that he's baked every now and then. Maybe he'd give us a beer or something like that. He seemed very, very genuine and humble, and what's the word for it? Meek and humble. I think it's the same thing, right, guys? But things started to turn sour very, 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 very slowly. Okay, so this guy, he acted very happy at the start, blah blah blah. But very, very slowly, he started to do certain things I would notice. Certain things like hide certain cutleries in the cupboard. Certain things like rewashing dishes that we washed. And you might think, okay, that's not bad, Narcopedia, but alright, so it wasn't bad. But it made us second guess, okay, why are you doing all these weird things? A few days passed, this guy started to basically, whenever he talked to me and my partner, he would only look at my partner and address my partner. And I thought that was a bit strange, okay? So he would basically exclude me out of the conversation, totally leave me out of any conversation he had. And I would find that he would only do this when we were together. This person would actually directly talk to me if it was just me and him. But if I was with my partner, he would always just acknowledge her. And you guys are probably thinking, so what, guys? So what, Narcopedia? People do that, especially insecure people. But I would say this is not about insecurity, guys. Maybe it is, because that's a component of covert narcissism. But it's not just about insecurity. There is something sinister that was happening behind the scenes here. So in those first few weeks, I would say the first 4 weeks, he would really try to rip out information from me. He would ask me questions like, what are my hobbies? And I would be inclined to show them, because as you do with any healthy relationship, guys, you want to share who you are as a person. Maybe you like camping, maybe you like singing, playing guitar, maybe you like playing tennis, maybe you like the footy, maybe you like eating or making food. You want to share these things with people that you meet, especially your roommates, because you want to get to know them. That's right, that's simple, and that's healthy, isn't it? So over the course of, I would say, a month, this guy started to basically leave me out of the conversation more and more to my partner. At one point, he actually asked my partner what my name was after living with me for 2 months. That was literally just a few weeks ago, guys, which I thought was hilarious. He'd do more things as well. So basically, whenever my partner would get letters in the mail, and the letterbox is obviously down, to the first floor, and that's where the postman puts all our mail, he would message my partner and say, hey, your mail's arrived. But whenever I received mail, he would never message or tell my partner that I had received a message. And you're probably thinking, guys, so what, right? So this guy, he started to act even more strange the more and more time that we spent around him. So some of the things that he did was he would actually say in his own, he's a person of culture. He's not from here, from Australia, but he would basically start to talk in his own language, specifically when I was around, and he would talk in a very negative light. I don't know if they're I'm sure you guys can feel people's intentions. You can feel it, especially super empaths. I think empaths and super empaths can feel intentions really, really well. So basically what happened, guys, is he started to shit talk about me in front of both of us in his own language, but with his partner, only to his partner. I don't know what he was saying because it was in his own language, but he would basically get really offended by the way that we said his name, because he was a person of culture, right, of a different culture. And guys, right now, I believe that he was using that tactically to manipulate me. I believe that him being a covert narcissist, thinking that he's the all and mighty figure, okay, within that place, he believed that he has the most power. He believes that I was someone that was not worthy of his attention, or that he wouldn't associate with, or maybe that I was more inexperienced than him in life, okay? He wouldn't have taken any of those reasons. But he really, really tried to use that manipulation tactic, guys. And I figured it out. In a month. I actually should have figured it out earlier. I know that initially he was trying to really bring out all the information that he could from me so that he could utilize it against me, knowing what my fears are, what I like to do, what I love, what my love language is. The covert narcissist always keeps track of their target. They always keep track of their target's weaknesses, what their hobbies, everything, because they will always utilize them later on against them. Alright? And look, we're still living with this person, guys. But now that I know who this covert narcissist really is, and what his intentions were and are, I don't engage anymore, guys. I have a very, very, very grey response to him. Whatever he says, sometimes I don't acknowledge him. Because I know that, what's the point, guys? What's the point of having a relationship with a narcissist? They just want you to serve them, guys. There's no point. It doesn't do you any justice. It doesn't do you any good will, guys. Alright? That's what I know. That's what I know from my past. They don't want you to succeed. And they are very, very insecure creatures. I wouldn't even say they're creatures. They're abominations, guys. Covert narcissists are very, very insecure about who they are, and that their target usually, guys, is better than them in a lot of ways. I believe that I'm actually pursuing a career that I really love. I enjoy it, guys. I believe that covert narcissist is not doing that. He sees someone who's pursuing something that they love and he hates on it because he feels insecure that he wasn't able to achieve that. And he's older than me, guys. Of course he should be more mature. But covert narcissists, they're not rational people. They're not rational, guys. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to talk about the covert narcissists I'm living with right now and the funny things that they do. They're very, very strange. I find they're very, very particular with the attention they give to my partner. And they do it almost like a computer. It's crazy, guys. I would actually complain to my partner. I would say to her, you know, I don't like it when this guy's around. I don't like talking to him because he always ignores me. Of course, my partner, who's not adverse in narcissism, they said, oh, okay, well, that's probably just because they're not used to talking to someone like you, or maybe it's an insecurity. I'm sure you guys, if you guys have been overseas, some cultures can be insecure. That's just the end of it. I've been to some countries in Asia where they're very, very insecure about people who from basically Western countries, and they'll treat them like they weren't there. And I don't think that's a narcissistic thing. I think it's actually because of their culture. I believe that their culture has taught them to be insecure to people of different cultures, and to be also ignorant of their cultures as well. So they don't really try to talk or communicate with them or even integrate with them, because they believe that the difference is too much there, that they don't know how, that they're going to embarrass themselves. Look, a lot of cultures are like that, but in this particular case, guys, he is a narcissist. He is a covert narcissist, and he's a fucking good one. I will say he's not a good one in like a nice narcissist, but the way that he manipulated me, guys, was so specific. It was so bullseye, guys. It was so bullseye. I'm looking back now, guys. I'm thinking about all the situations where he gaslighted me, where he basically ignored me or didn't acknowledge me. Sometimes I would walk through the door of our apartment. He was sitting, say, on the table or on the couch. He would just have utter disdain for me for absolutely no reason. And that is all a projection of themselves, guys. At the end of the day, they are not happy with themselves. They are suffering within themselves. They are unable to retrospect within themselves to say that they have a problem. Therefore, guys, they have to project it onto their target, who represents what they are not, which is genuine, which is true, which is beauty, true love. That's what an empath has in their heart, is true love, true beauty. And I believe a lot of empaths, guys, they don't hold back on their passions, they go for it full ball. Whereas covert narcissists, their you could say their eventual goal in life, what makes them go, what keeps them running, is other people's opinions of them, is what their reputation about them says. That's what keeps covert narcissists going. That is their battery. And I think that's similar to grandiose, but that's covert also. So guys, I've ranted on a lot. Look, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Just driving home at the moment. I really enjoy talking about this stuff.